Welcome to another Infographic Instant with Brian Michael. In this episode, we'll be looking at risk areas for lenders and investors in Malaysian banking and in financial services more generally. This infographic provides data about a phenomenon known as related party transactions. These are transactions that companies engage in with parties that are close to senior management or board directors. So, for example, when a construction company orders materials from the brother of the managing director of that company, that is a related parties transaction. And there's two harms that are of interest for any discussion about competition economics or competition law. The first is that related party transactions can significantly distort resource allocation decisions. So, of course, we see that in all types of resources for companies, whether those are purchasing and procurement decisions, whether those are decisions to choose one bank rather than another bank, and so forth. And of course, it makes common sense that if a company chooses the bank that is not providing the best terms only because someone in that bank is a related party, then there's some amount of investor and lender loss involved in that relationship. The second harm, of course, is the potential for siphoning off resources. When you have connected parties that are close to each other, they can collude in order to agree on lowering the price of a procurement, for example, very significantly, and thereby siphon off or remove resources from other shareholders or stakeholders in the company. So in general, when we see high amounts of related party transactions, that's a red flag, certainly for auditors and probably for investors as well. And that's why many jurisdictions have put in place legal safeguards that require the disclosure of related party transactions, and in some case the complete prohibition of these transactions. Now, turning our attention to the infographic, we see roughly three groups of sectors, and we've grouped them based on the value of these related party transactions. So, looking at the value of these related party transactions in different sectors of the Malaysian economy, we see that far and away the highest value of these transactions occurs in Malaysia's manufacturing sector. The consumer sector ranks second in terms of the value of these related party transactions, and mining ranks third. And the infographic you're seeing in front of you shows the value of these related party transactions in billions of Malaysian ringgit, and the black box you see over each bar shows the number of these transactions. Therefore, you're looking at the value of the transactions, and you're looking at the number of these transactions. So that was the first group, or the red flag group of sectors. The yellow group of sectors basically represents transport, wholesale, agriculture, and other. These are sectors where we do not see a very large value or volume of related party transactions, but nevertheless, this is a sector where bankers who are lending money to the companies in these sectors and investors who buy the shares will certainly want to keep a watchful eye to make sure that the money they're giving to these companies is not being siphoned away in related party transactions. And finally, the third group, the green group of sectors, are those sectors with very low related party transactions in value and in terms of the number of transactions. And those sectors include the hotel, Malaysia's hotel sector, health services sector, and construction sector. And the moral of this infographic is that related party transactions can certainly help detect red flags for potential anti-competitive behavior. This has been another Infographic Instant with Brian Michael.